You might immediately think that this video will be solely focused on what to do after you have launched your digital product, but you're wrong. Very wrong. Most of the steps in this growth plan actually happen before you ever launch, because laying that foundation, that groundwork, is honestly what is going to lead to success later on once you do launch your product. So let's just get right into it. And the very first step in this growth plan is more advice, and that is to not take the easy way out. Digital products are technically easy to create, but just because you can create them easily and overall compared to, manufacturing a physical product, digital products are simple. You need to put a lot of time and effort in making them valuable. That is the misconception, I feel like, when it comes to digital products. So many people are out there preaching, oh, it's easy, you can just use AI, don't even worry about it, just make something really quick in Canva. But though the creation process is simple, the information you're putting in there is not. And really there are two parts of this. Part one being putting actual value in your digital product. So for example, if you're creating a guide and it's just gonna be only text and it's a PDF, you don't want to just put base information in there, have AI generate something quick for you, and then just copy and paste into Canva. Instead, you really need to create an outline, think about it, put your knowledge on paper, revise it so it's easy to understand, and then you can start designing it and putting that information into a PDF document, design in Canva. And then part two of this is making it enjoyable to look at and easy to absorb. So creating your design a way that is really easy to understand and follow, and making sure the text is big enough so that they can read it, but small enough that it's not just giant text on one page. There's a lot that goes into the design aspect as well that really benefits like the user experience. And so those two things you really need to be mindful of. Do not rush the process. Focus the majority of your time on planning and thinking this through. And then once you're actually putting in the information in Canva and designing it, it will go fairly quickly. But the beginning stages, when you're thinking it through, planning, putting your knowledge on paper, take time and make sure it's truly valuable to your potential customers. So now that you're through the creation phase, now you really need to figure out a way to essentially sell these potential customers. So that would be a sales page or a landing page. So now you need to take what you have created and display it in a way that is going to convince somebody to purchase it. And in my opinion, the best way to do this is not to just sit there and list out a whole bunch of things that are included in your product. I mean, that is great. It's good to know what am I buying, what's included, but that's not what you want to focus on throughout the entire landing page. That can be one little section that says what's included and then a little bulleted list of what they'll be receiving. But what are they receiving beyond that? That's what you really need to ask yourself. What is the outcome that they are going to get by making this purchase and going through your guide or whatever it is that you're selling? And the outcome is the entire reason, the driving force behind why they want to purchase this in the first place. And so spelling that out all over your sales page, all over your landing page is crucial. So let's use my brand as an example. I talk a lot about making money online. I would say that's one of the big overarching topics I speak about on my YouTube channel and my Instagram, and my digital products are focused on that as well. I have a workshop that is, evergreen digital product sales funnel. So kind of how you could be selling your digital products passively. And then I also have a digital product starter kit. So, how to really even get started creating digital products. And these two things are all about, creating digital products and then selling them as well. And so my landing pages, my sales pages really need to show what you might get if you purchase these, which sure, you'll get all this knowledge, but beyond that, you might get some freedom. You might be able to leave your corporate job. You might be able to spend more time with your family. You can travel and work anywhere and also be able to afford traveling because of selling your product. So those are the things I would want to mention in a sales page, not you will get 4 videos this long and you'll get this PDF and it will include XYZ. That's boring. No one really cares. If you're saying, hey, if you buy this, you get this dream life you've always wanted, that's what's going to sell them. So that is the second step in this growth plan. Also, my battery is about to die. So that's great. I'm gonna go get a new battery and then we'll move on to number 3. Okay, and we are back. So that was poor planning on my part, but we are all good now. Let's move on to number 3, which is community involvement. So obviously, if you're in the beginning stages, you may not have a huge community to involve in this creation process, but that's really fine. All you need is a few people, and what you're really doing with this and how you're involving them is by letting them test out your product for free. So this could also be some friends. I would say a lot of my friends in my own personal life are also people who are super driven, wanting to start an online business, entrepreneurs, freelancers. And so I already have a pool of people in my own personal life that I could have test out some of my products. So that might be the case for you as well, where you can actually consult with friends and family and have them look into whatever it is that you created, provide you advice, feedback. I always send it to my sister. So anytime that I have any digital product that I've created, I always give free access to my older sister, and she has a lot of interest in this. She's always been somebody that wants to make extra money on the side and likes to learn new things. So she is my target audience. She's the perfect person to review it, and she'll provide me feedback. And it's always very helpful because she'll let me know, hey, this section here is really hard for me being new at this to understand. I think you might want to simplify this a little bit, speaking to somebody that has never heard of this before. And that was eye-opening for me, and it helped remind me that somebody that's purchasing this probably has never created a digital product before, so I need to speak in a way that is easy to understand and learn for this beginning stage. And then in the future, if I have an advanced product, I can speak more advanced. So that was super helpful feedback, and that was just my sister. So send it to people that you trust that will give you their honest opinion. If you do have a current audience, even if it's just a few people, give it to them because it's gonna benefit you in the long run. I know you want to make money and you want to be able to sell. And if you only have a few people in your community, you might say, but I want them to buy my product. But in the beginning, it is smart to get their feedback and advice and opinion. And then they can also give you a review if they enjoyed it as well, which is really gonna be helpful in building testimonials on your landing page that we just talked about. So this stage is absolutely crucial, and in the long run is going to not only enhance your product and make it better, but also with the testimonials, it's gonna help you sell to other people in the future. So this next tip might be more directed to those who have already started building an audience, and that is teasing your product. So before you ever launch, start talking about it. You can make it a little mysterious and secret. Ooh, I'm working on a special project, and have a picture of you, typing away in Canva. Or for example, if I were on a trip that was funded from the money I'm making in my online business, and also I'm able to work while on that trip because I can work from anywhere, I could take a picture of myself on that trip working and, say something along the lines, I'm working on something special so that you can do what I am doing right now. Kind of saying, if you want this life, you can have it with this special thing I'm working on. Get your audience engaged and intrigued with what it is that you're doing, and then slowly release little nuggets of information until you're ready to really let them know when this is happening. And then, set a reminder in your story or schedule an email for your email list and let them know the day it's actually going to launch. Maybe have a special deal that if they purchase it that first day, they get a 10% discount or something like that. If you have any sort of community, make sure that they know that you are working on something special and start telling them the outcome they will receive on this thing they don't know anything about. And the last phase of this is the launch. You are gonna create content, whether that be on YouTube or Instagram, does not matter, and make sure this content is all leading to the outcome that they will receive if they make this purchase. Make sure you're reminding them of a problem that they have. So for me, maybe they are, chained to a desk, working that 9 to 5, feeling stuck, unsatisfied, unhappy, and they just have a job, and then they come home from that job and are so exhausted. Maybe they don't have as much time with their family, they have a long commute, and then they have to come home and make dinner and do this and do that, and they want to be able to have more time with their family. So say that's the general problem my audience has. I could have a piece of content where I'm sitting eating dinner with my family, very, very happy. Put something like POV, you built an online business that allows you to have more time with your family. And then somebody might watch that and say, wow, I want that. I wish I had more time with my family. My caption might say, here's how, and then point down. And I'm like, this is how you're gonna do this. And if you comment workshop, I'll send you my workshop, which will teach you how to do this, so something like that, which is what I'm doing on my own Instagram. And with YouTube, I'm educating you on how to do this. And then of course, if you're interested in diving deeper, I have products. I even have free resources that are all linked below. And that's another thing as well, beyond just pushing people to your product, also push people to free resources that can connect to an email list. So you can also be building your community outside of social media, which is super important nowadays. I mean, you just never know with social media. One, what if it shuts down? What if something happens that you lose all your audience? And two, you can't guarantee that your content will be placed in front of every single one of your subscribers or followers. It's just not how the algorithm works on social media. But if you get their email, you can guarantee that your email will end up in their personal inbox. It's up to them if they want to open it or click anything, but you don't have to worry about an algorithm, maybe getting it in front of your audience. In email marketing, no matter what, your email, your content is going in front of your subscribers. Oh, hey, buddy.
Can I stay here with you?
Sure, you can sit right there. No, I totally lost my train of thought, but I was wrapping up the video, so that's fine. You can watch this video here if you want to learn about all of my revenue streams. It's not just digital products, there's other things you can do to make money online as well. And then as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye.